The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Kane Ashby's brutal shutdown of Phyllis Summers could be the spark that ignites one of the most dangerous corporate wars Genoa City has seen in years. For a while, Phyllis truly believed she and Kane were equals, working side by side as partners to build power and take the city by storm. But her illusion came crashing down when Kane made it crystal clear that she is not his equal. He dismissed her, referring to her as nothing more than an employee, simply a means to an end. This revelation leaves Phyllis stunned. The woman who has clawed her way through every setback, who has fought and schemed her way into boardrooms and bedrooms alike, does not take kindly to being dismissed or diminished. In her mind, she was collaborating with Kane, plotting as partners and preparing to rise together. Instead, she's been belittled, betrayed, and pushed aside as though she were expendable. For someone like Phyllis Summers, that kind of insult isn't just humiliating, it's fuel for vengeance. Kane, however, isn't thinking about Phyllis's pride. He's focused on his bigger game, and that game now involves Victor Newman. Spoilers confirm that Kane struck a secret deal with the Newman patriarch, a deal that could alter the balance of power in Genoa City. Rather than pursuing their original target, Chancellor Industries, Kane has shifted his sights to Jabot. And this shift wasn't his idea alone, it was Victor's. Victor dangled an offer too tempting for Kane to refuse. He promised Kane the financial backing and resources necessary to make a takeover attempt against Jabot feasible. Kane knew that going after Chancellor Industries would be difficult enough, but with Victor's influence guiding him toward Jabot, the possibilities seemed endless. With Newman money and power behind him, Kane believes his chances of success have skyrocketed. But this is where the danger really begins. Phyllis knows nothing about this secret deal. She still believes that she and Kane are aligned in their pursuit of Chancellor Industries. She has no idea that he's pivoted, that his eyes are now set on Jabot, and that her role in this scheme is becoming more of a liability than an asset. The twist is that Phyllis has deep connections to the Abbott family. Even if her history with Jack is complicated, she still has ties that make the idea of targeting Jabot personal. While Phyllis has never shied away from taking risks or bending morality for the sake of ambition, guilt has a way of creeping in when family is involved. And once she learns that Kane made this decision without her knowledge or input, the trust between them will shatter completely. That betrayal could easily transform her from reluctant partner to bitter enemy. At the same time, Kane isn't just juggling business battles, his personal life is tangled in this mess as well. His relationship with Lily Winters continues to hang in the balance. Lily has been very clear with Kane. If he continues down this path of corporate warfare, he will lose his family for good. The twins, already distant from him, will slip further away. And Lily herself has made it clear that his obsession with power and revenge leaves no room for reconciliation. Kane's return to Genoa City wasn't just about business. Deep down, he came back to try and win Lily back, to rebuild the family he destroyed with his mistakes. But his actions contradict those intentions. By aligning himself with Victor and setting his sights on Jabot, he risks not only alienating Lily further but also ensuring the twins will have no reason to reconnect with him. Lily has drawn a line in the sand, and the corporate wars and focus on family, or lose them all for good. For a man who claims to love his children, Kane is walking dangerously close to the edge. Phyllis, meanwhile, won't sit back quietly after being dismissed. If Kane underestimates her, he may soon regret it. She has gone toe-to-toe with some of the most powerful players in Genoa City, and she rarely loses for long. Once she learns of his secret alliance with Victor, Phyllis could very well pivot herself, flipping the script and plotting against Kane. Her mind for strategy, her willingness to manipulate, and her deep personal connections across town make her a formidable opponent. If Kane thinks she's merely a means to an end, he may soon discover that she's the end of his ambitions altogether. The potential fallout of Kane and Phyllis's implosion is enormous. On one side, you have Kane aligning with Victor, a man who always has his own agenda and rarely plays fair. On the other, you have Phyllis, a woman who thrives in chaos and often finds her greatest victories when her back is against the wall. Their conflict could spill over into Newman, Chancellor, and Jabot, sparking a dangerous corporate war that pulls in the Abbotts, the Newmans, and anyone else standing in the blast radius. Victor's involvement adds yet another layer of intrigue. He never does anything without a long-term plan, and his decision to steer Cain toward Jabot isn't random. Victor has always had a complicated relationship with the Abbotts, and it's possible that Cain is nothing more than a pawn in Victor's larger scheme. If that's the case, Cain may find himself in over his head before long. Victor is not a man to be trusted, and Cain could end up realizing too late that he has aligned himself with someone who sees him as disposable. The personal stakes for Cain also cannot be ignored. Lily's ultimatum is clear: end the war or lose the family. But will Cain be able to resist the lure of power? He claims to love Lily, he claims to want his children's respect, but his actions suggest he's willing to gamble it all for corporate dominance. If he continues down this road, he could lose everything: Lily, the twins, Phyllis as an ally, and even the deal with Victor if it no longer serves Newman's purposes. For Phyllis, this could become an opportunity to flip the script. Betrayed and belittled, she may decide to turn the tables, aligning herself with new allies to take Cain down. The thought of Phyllis squaring off against Cain in a no-holds-barred battle for power is exactly the kind of drama YNR fans live for. She has the brains, the connections, and the ruthlessness to give him a fight he won't forget. At the end of the day, Cain's dismissal of Phyllis may go down as the biggest mistake of his comeback. Instead of securing his position of power, he may have just created his most dangerous enemy yet. And in Genoa City, wars like these never stay contained. The ripple effects will touch every family, every company, and every relationship before it's over.